You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN this afternoon from Getterman Stadium in Waco, Texas. It's the Big 12 series finale between the 17th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowgirls and the Baylor Bears. On Senior Day in Waco, welcome in John Morris alongside former Baylor standout Kelly Harrell. Kelly, Oklahoma State has won the first two games in this series. We'll recap in a moment. But they've looked every bit the number 17 team in the nation.
Yeah, it took a little bit of while to open up on Friday night, scoring late in the 7th inning, but it was just the long ball and a lot of offense on production yesterday.
Well, we saw that yesterday. Long ball began in the first inning. How about a grand slam by Amanda Hassler? Staked the Cowgirls to a 4-0 lead in their first at bat.
Just the first 4 RBIs of the day and of the weekend, too. I mean, just on fire.
Carly Godwin followed up a solo shot. Kept it under the wind a little bit to get it out of the park. That was a 5-0 lead for the Cowgirls. Baylor finally broke through with a run in the 4th inning.
Putting some runners on, moving some people around. You can see just kind of the speed and base running in motion once again. It was this forced error right here that scored Baylor's first and only run.
Samaya Jones crosses the plate, 5-1 at that point, and the Cowgirls then added 3 more in the 6th to finish off the run rule. A double off the bat of Godwin. They go up 9-1 on Baylor, and that is the finale from yesterday. Following a 4-2 win on Friday night, a 9-1 win by the Cowgirls yesterday.
Like we said, it was those 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning on Friday night, but it was a complete dominance of all 7 innings yesterday afternoon.
So Baylor tries to get a game in this series today against Oklahoma State on Senior Day. 3 Baylor seniors will be recognized. Starting lineups, first pitch, straight ahead. Baylor and Oklahoma State from Waco. Ready for first pitch here, Baylor and Oklahoma State, third game of the series. Senior recognition prior to the game. We'll tell you more about the 3 Baylor seniors. But really a nice touch. The seniors for Oklahoma State recognized by Baylor prior to the game as well. So that is nice on this Senior Day. And here is the lineup we'll see for Coach Kenny Gajewski and the 17th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowgirls. Winners of 16 of their last 19 overall this season, and winners of 17 of the last 20 against Baylor. Kelly, the Cowgirls have won 8 straight series against Baylor in softball.
Gosh, that's amazing. I think you said yesterday it dated back to 2017 was the last time Baylor won a series. So they're looking to get at least one game from them today.
Would be big for the Bears if they could win on senior day. Here's the lineup for Coach Gajewski. Claire Tim playing right field, leading off Carly Godwin at second, batting second. Rosie Davis at third. Batting third, Lexi McDonald at first base. She'll bat cleanup. Amanda Hassler having a big weekend in Waco. She's the designated player, and she will bat fifth. Tia Warsop in left field batting sixth. Audrey Schneidmiller will catch and bat seventh. Aubrey Jones playing short, batting eighth. J.L. Alston will play center field and bat ninth for the Cowgirls, who are 33-12 on the year. They're 13-7 in the Big 12. They are alone in third place in the Big 12 standings. There's Coach Gajewski getting ready to take his spot in the third base coaching box. And Baylor will send Peyton Tanner back to the hill to start. What a terrific game she had in this series opener on Friday.
She really did, and it was her changeup that was on point that day. And when you talk to Oklahoma State players and coaches and fans too, they would say the same thing. It was the use of the changeup and the position of it during that game that really left her unhittable.
Tanner 9-6 on the year. This is her 31st appearance, her 21st start. She does have 2 saves to go with the 9-6 record, 3.69 ERA, 7 complete games for Peyton Tanner. We're going to talk complete games. We'll see Ruby Malin back in the circle for Oklahoma State. She has 16 complete games today. How about that? Including Friday night.
Yes.
And here we go. First pitch on Sunday is low and away, and it's ball 1-2. Claire Tim. We're underway from Getterman Stadium in Waco. 85 degrees at first pitch, overcast, bit breezy. It's a strike, it's a ball and a strike to Tim, who's 1 for 6 on the weekend in that leadoff spot.
Well, Claire Tim was one of those seniors recognized by Baylor earlier before the game.
It's a really nice touch.
I don't know who started that or how long ago it was, but it's neat.
I'd like to know who came up with that idea. I don't know if Baylor invented it or not, but we've certainly embraced it here, so it's been a good thing. Pitch fouled away. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Tim.
When they used to do a kind of a pregame ceremony, I think they save most of the dramatics for after the game now.
Right. Fly ball into left field. Samaya Jones glides over, almost overran it, but she makes the catch. And the fly ball off the bat of Claire Tim for out number 1. Samaya Jones with that catch, 1 down in the inning. Yeah, the seniors for Baylor, and we'll show it to you in a bit, but their parents, one of their parents threw a ceremonial first pitch. Then they'll do a longer recognition post-game, which is good.
Yes.
Videos.
Makes much more sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to get all emotional before the game.
Here is Carly Godwin to the plate. 3 for 6 on the weekend against Baylor. Includes 2 doubles, 4 runs scored, a home run, and 2 RBIs for Godwin. Comes in hitting 386, 306 on the year. This one's looped into left field. Jones can't get there. That is a 1-out single off the bat of Carly Godwin. .306 her average prior to that at bat. Here's how Baylor lines up defensively. Samaya Jones in left field, Brooklyn Carter in center, Gianna Gussman in right field, Kagan Marshall at third, Amber Tovin at short, Faith Piper at second, Leah Cran at first. Here's a fly ball to right field, and there is Gussman who makes the catch. Chases it down for out number 2 off the bat of Rosie Davis. Abby Flores catching for Baylor today. All right, what do you think? Was that a fair ball fly out or a foul ball?
Ooh.
What do you think without a review?
It's kind of over in the area that I couldn't see it. I think it was foul ball.
Okay, all right. Officially on the stat monitor, it just says flied out to right, so it doesn't say foul, so she must have been in fair territory.
Okay.
But right on the line, no question.
Yes.
2 down, here's Lexi McDonald, first baseman for the Cowgirls. 2-0 the count on McDonald, who is 2 for 5 this weekend with an RBI. Cowgirls with a team batting average of .312, very healthy. That's how you get to 33 wins at this point in the season and third place in the Big 12. What's the difference, you think? Peyton Tanner, who pitched so well on Friday night, shows bunt, pulls it back. But Oklahoma State seen her for almost a full game, 6+ innings from Friday. Now they get another look at her today on Sunday.
Well, and it was the top of the 7th inning where things finally opened up, and it's usually about the 4th or 5th inning where Oklahoma State really starts to open things up in a game. When you look at their stats and their consistency, that's about when it is, and I think that's because they've seen them a few times through, and so Peyton Tanner not only has to be throwing well, but she really has got to be mixing up those pitch patterns too, and keeping them on their feet, on their heels.
3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. It is grounded past short into left field. Samaya Jones nearly ran off without the ball, but picks it up, throws it back in. So a couple of singles in the inning by the Cowgirls. And that will give Amanda Hassler an at-bat with 2 down and 2 on in the first.
You can definitely see their at-bats have changed too. They're waiting on certain pitches and knowing when to attack. They're hitting Peyton Tanner hard here.
Hassler a .310 average. First pitch, fly ball center field. Brooklyn Carter gloves it, and that is the inning. Couple of singles, 2 stranded. Baylor coming to bat. Game 3 in the series with Oklahoma State.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow. Awesome. Cool.
Sweet. Nice. Hey! I like your dress.
You look pretty.
No, you look pretty.
No, you look pretty.
No, you.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, qualified buyers get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 subvention cash on a rugged new 2026 Tundra. Offer ends March 31st.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, grab me one too.
Bold are the adventurous. Determined are the leaders. Faithful are the healers. At Baylor, you'll find your calling, your people, and your purpose. Dare to be you, indeed.
And as Baylor comes to bat, bottom of the first inning, here is Ruby Malin in the circle for the Cowgirls. She got the start and the win on Friday night in Friday night series opener. Malin, a senior from Omaha, Nebraska, transferred from Washington to Oklahoma State. And some really eye-popping numbers, Kelly, stat-wise for Ruby Malin on the year.
Yeah, she's been their go-to for sure, and when she's in the circle, just the bats for Oklahoma State come alive, and they seem to play a better type of ball behind her. Nothing against Presley Downing yesterday. They scored some big runs with her, but it's definitely Ruby Malin who they want in the circle.
And it's Brooklyn Carter who leads off for the Bears. Here's the lineup for Baylor today. Brooklyn Carter leading off playing center. Samaya Jones in left batting second. Amber Tovin at short batting third. Leah Cran at first base. She'll bat fourth. Faith Piper at second base. She'll bat fifth. Pitch is a called strike. Casey West, the designated player today. One of the seniors on senior day. She'll bat sixth as the DP. Kagan Marshall batting seventh at third base. Abby Flores catching, batting eighth. Gianna Gusman in right field batting ninth. Lineup for Coach Glenn Moore and the Bears. Carter sends this one into center field. Tracked down by J.L. Austin for out number one to start the game. Defensively for Oklahoma State, Tia Wassop in left field, J.L. Austin in center, Claire Tim in right, Rosie Davis at third, Aubrey Jones at second, Aubrey Jones at short, Carly Godwin at second, Lexi McDonald at first, and Audrey Schneidmiller catching for Oklahoma State. One down with nobody on. Here is Samaya Jones riding an 8-game hitting streak coming in and hitting .333 on the weekend, 2 for 6 against the Cowgirls. Malin delivers, misses. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Jones. Tied on the corners defensively for Oklahoma State. The pitch is up high. She's gone to 3-0 count. On the year, Ruby Malin, 186 2/3 innings. That's a bunch. That is a lot. She's got the bulk of the work on the staff. 3-0 pitch called strike 1. 174 strikeouts and 44 walks. That's a great ratio.
Yeah, it is. For
and a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, as many innings as she's pitched, too.
Here's the 3-1. Takes, called, strike 2. So Jones was ahead in the count, 3-0. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. One down, nobody on, bottom of the 1st inning. 3rd and final game of this 3-game Big 12 series from Waco. The 3-2, grounded into center field, a base hit. Just got it under the glove of Malin and found its way to center field. A 1-out single by Samaya Jones.
She really has been on fire as of late, seeing the ball well. You can tell just how patient that at-bat was, working up to a full count, and then just taking that last pitch and hitting it right back up the middle.
So a nice at-bat by Samaya Jones. That 1st inning hit, now 9-game hitting streak for Jones. Here's Amber Tovin at the plate. First offering from Malin, fouls it back and out of play. Another nice crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Been big crowds all weekend. Good contingent of orange Oklahoma State fans are here. Baylor certainly doing their part in their home park. Pops this one up. Back of second base, second baseman Carly Godwin makes the call and the catch for out number 2.
Just caught Amber Tovin chasing that one. Not able to put a good bat on it.
So 2 down in the inning. Here is Leah Cran for the Bears. 1 for 6 on the weekend, 167 average. This weekend, 284 on the year for Leah Cran. It is a different lineup today, slightly different than yesterday for Baylor. Well, I guess Casey West in there to give the senior the start. So it is the 46th different starting lineup this year for Baylor.
In 49 games.
In 49 games. Yes. Hard to believe. After the 1 through 9 lineup was the same Friday night to Saturday.
Yeah.
Now we got to change it up again. 2-0 the count on Cran. And the junior from Corpus Christi Ray High School grounds this one foul. Down the 3rd base line into foul ground in left field.
Bet this weather today, just kind of the mugginess and the haze that's in the sky reminds her of home down near Corpus Christi.
You might be right.
It's very coastal today. Texas coastal, because you could be coastal like this in California and you don't feel this humidity.
Yeah, Texas coastal for sure. 2-1 pitch. Just off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike to Leah Cran. Samaya Jones, the runner at first. She had the 1-out single. Stands there at first, now with 2 down in the inning. Swinging, strike, throw down. Did they get her?
There's no call yet.
Hang on, that was not the, or was that a strikeout?
Oh, maybe.
Was that pitch the strikeout that was the third inning. I mean, the third out of the inning. All right, all right. So a strikeout by Cran ends the inning. Baylor strands a runner, scoreless after 1. On to the second inning. Here's the way the bottom of the first ended. My mistake. It was the throw out of the attempted steal by Samaya Jones that ended the inning. The throw there, and no definitive signal that they tagged her, but everybody's leaving the field and the inning's over. So they must have tagged her at second base. It was not a strikeout. It was only the second strike on Leah Cran. That was really the crux of my confusion in that inning being over. So Cran will be leading off the next inning. Jones caught stealing was the third out. Is that right?
That's what I believe.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
I think the part that threw me off is the umpire at second base never really made the definitive out call with the tag.
I didn't see it. Here's Tia Warsop leads off the second inning for Oklahoma State.
And I kind of wonder if that's because she actually never touched second base. So.
Oh, so maybe they didn't tag her and
they were waiting to.
and she ran off the field.
Yeah.
Well, that's another element there. There's Samaya Jones.
Now I wonder if Samaya Jones felt the tag on her hair and just was like, yeah, I'm out.
We had an incident the other night, right?
Yes.
Brooklyn Carter tagged on the hair and found out that's not an out. 2-2 the count on Warsop. So it's hit into center field. There is Brooklyn Carter, makes the catch. Out number 1 to start the second inning. Peyton Tanner getting the start. Second start of the weekend for Tanner. Just a terrific outing the other night. Went into the 7th inning, and it was almost like Oklahoma State, and Baylor had the lead going to the 7th, 2-0. It's like the Cowgirls were waiting to get another pitcher out there, not named Peyton Tanner.
Yeah, they got a leadoff single against Peyton Tanner, and I think Baylor was like, all right, we'll just, there's 3 outs left. Let's put a different pitcher in. And it was I think 2 pitching changes that eventually brought Peyton Tanner back in to finish the game. But at that point, they had already scored 4 runs.
And that was the difference. A 4-run 7th for a 4-2 win for the Cowgirls. Audrey Schneidmiller bats here. Cowgirls catcher, 200 on the weekend, 1 for 5. 322 on the season, her average. And a walk on 4 pitches. Schneidmiller trots down to first base, a 1-out base runner for Oklahoma State. That'll bring Aubrey Jones to the plate for the Cowgirls. Peyton Tanner gets the sign and the pitch. And it's a bit high and outside. Got to get Abby Flores out to talk to her pitcher. Abby Flores, coaches say okay today. Remember, she took that pitch, foul ball, was it off her left wrist?
Yeah.
That hurt us, just seeing it happen. Then she took another foul tip later in the game, so she got beat up a little bit yesterday. Exited early. Gianna Gussman came in behind the plate, but Flores back in there today. There's a strike inner part of the plate. A ball and a strike now to Jones. Tobin dives, can't get it into center field. A single by Aubrey Jones, 2 aboard for the Cowgirls with 1 out in the second.
Looks like Peyton Tanner's kind of just bouncing around the zone a little bit, whether she's not getting calls or just not getting the pitches where she wants them. Oklahoma State's being patient enough to figure that out.
Here's the 9-hole hitter, JL Austin. First pitch, strike 1 to her. Baylor squeezes in on the corners. Pitch is up high. It's 1-1. That's Kagan Marshall at third base. Leah Cran from first for Baylor. Just outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. To Austin, who's 1 for 4 this weekend. .260 batting average on the year for Austin. Sends this one foul, out of play toward the Baylor bullpen down the left field line. Wind blowing in. Just assume that the wind is blowing in here unless we tell you differently, especially this time of year, right, Kelly?
Absolutely. Does look like the sun's trying to burn off some of that haze around here, though.
He's trying.
Just warming up the field down there.
85 at first pitch. It got warm and muggy yesterday. There's the 3-2. That is a called strike 3. First strikeout today by Baylor's Peyton Tanner is out number 2 in the second inning.
Yeah, she got that screwball right across the knees there.
Fist pump after the strikeout. Back to the top of the order, and Claire Tim. Tim flew out to left field her first time up today. Two balls, no strikes to Tim. Cowgirls will play host Tulsa coming up on Tuesday. And then they'll host Kansas, a 3-game series in Stillwater next weekend. And that closes the regular season. This one lined to right field. It is foul. Gussman giving it a chase, couldn't catch up to it. Baylor heads to Lubbock to play Texas Tech, a 3-game series this weekend to close the regular season. And a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
Is there a reason for that?
I think with the Big 12 tournament starting the next week, it just gives you an extra day in there.
Okay.
Maybe helps your pitching a little bit. I don't know, maybe travel-wise, knowing you're headed to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, maybe.
3-1 the count. Here's the pitch by Tanner. This one's looped left side, and the shortstop Amber Tobin makes the catch, and that is the inning. Second straight inning, Cowgirls strand a couple of base runners. Scoreless in the second.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love it.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tacoma SR5 for $299 a month for 36 months. Offer ends March 31st.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, grab me one too.
Calvin's throat is way out. Bringing a run behind double. Big conference. You call it 5 out of the third. Great defensive. Jockey in the second.
The Big 12 up.
That base runner.
Right coming on.
King Terry.
Baylor coach Glenn Moore in his 26th season here at Baylor, all-time winningest coach in Baylor athletics history. All sports, 1,100 plus wins overall, 969 of those here at Baylor. How about that? Looking to get his team first to the Big 12 tournament, then hopefully to an NCAA regional. Then he'd love to get back to Oklahoma City in another appearance in the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, I think everybody does, but for sure. Lincoln was the one that mentioned on Friday. There's kind of been a 3 to 4 year rotation, and then last appearance for the Baylor was in 2017. And you kind of get the COVID crazy that happens in 2020, and so he's definitely overdue for a trip to OKC.
Coach Moore sends Leah Cran to lead off this second inning. Remember Cran at the plate when Samaya Jones was caught stealing to end the first.
Definitely confirms what we
yes.
said then. It was not a strikeout.
Pitch fouled back, no balls, 2 strikes. Well, I think the thing that got me most, there wasn't an out call at home plate. There wasn't an out call at second base, but all of a sudden, everybody's right, leaving the field. Ruby Malin ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch up high, ball 1. Ruby Malin, the All-American for Oklahoma State. Pitch outside. How about the fact that she's been the pitcher of record in Oklahoma State's last 18 wins? Well, that's not right. That came to an end yesterday.
Right.
But 18 prior to yesterday.
Yeah.
How about that? Includes recent wins over Texas and Oklahoma. Since February 19th, Malin is 20-3. With an ERA around the 1.5 mark.
For sure the workhorse.
Yeah. 186 2/3 innings coming in today. Now a 2-2 count on Cran. She stays alive, fouls it back. 6th in the nation in innings pitched, 7th in wins, and 13th in strikeouts is Ruby Malin. There's some of those impressive numbers. Hard to believe, way back she started the year 2-3, but has been absolutely on fire since then. 15 consecutive wins, 16 complete games. Fly ball to left field. Osop is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire Cran with the first out in the second inning. But Baylor did get a couple of runs off of Malin on Friday night. Had the lead going to the 7th inning, 2-0.
Yeah. Able to put one across early, and then another one in the 5th inning. Just could not hold through the top of the 7th.
Faith Piper to the plate. Baylor's second baseman is 1 for 5 this weekend. Baylor green uniforms today. Right, Kelly? That's green.
That is green.
Thank you for that. Heat confirmation. And the ever-present blue ribbon on the front of those jerseys. And you always see that with Baylor softball, recognizing Coach Mark Lumley.
Such a nice touch, and man, he'd be here today if he could. I think we all miss him.
I think everybody does. Fly ball to left field. Warsop coming on, dives, can't get to it. In foul ground. Great effort by Tia Warsop in left field. Of course, on the outfield wall, it's a clean wall, clean fence, except for the tribute to Coach Lum. There's the dive attempt by Warsop.
It's a great effort. It's a long way to travel.
It was. Pitch high ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ruby Malin steps back, gets the sign. Here she goes. Malin also leads the conference in wins, Big 12 play. Pitch fouled away again. Innings pitch, she's second in ERA and strikeouts. So at the top in virtually every category, pitching-wise, Big 12 and for the full season.
No, they have a ton of confidence in her. And as the graphic showed earlier, she's just gotten better with each appearance.
Opponents hitting just .216 off Malin on the season. There's a called strike 3. Piper goes down looking. Out number 2 here in the second inning.
Well, that's what makes Ruby Malin great right there. You can just see that pitch. Off speed, kind of thigh high. Nothing Piper could do with it.
First strikeout today by Malin. 175 on the season for Malin. Brings up Casey West. Casey, the senior out of Liberty High School, getting the start on senior day. That's a nice touch. That's her number 7 on the edge of the outfield grass.
The graduate student, the redshirt senior, injured last year, trying to come back this year, and it just not fully 100%. So I know she appreciates the start, even in the DP role right here.
A lot of spin on that ball off the net. It's caught at the top of the netting. Casey West, count of 1 ball, 1 strike on her. She, Brooklyn Carter, Amber Tovin, the 3 Baylor seniors. More of a elongated recognition after the game today. And I tell you what, softball does a really good job with their senior day recognitions. There's a grounder to short, on to first. That'll retire West and the Bears in the second. On to the third, scoreless, Baylor and Oklahoma State. Talking about senior day here at Baylor today. 3 Baylor seniors. Here's a nice pregame ceremony where a couple of dads and a mom throw the first pitch to Brooklyn Carter, Amber Tovin, and to Casey West. Really nice touch there. And these 3 seniors, no question, by the end of the day will feel celebrated by the crowd. Some of their numbers on their careers here at Baylor. Casey West with that perfect game on her resume as well.
Well, and truly, she is the utility player. We've seen a lot of Amber Tovin and Brooklyn Carter this year, too, but is Casey West, who we've seen her start at second base, we've seen her start in the circle, we've seen her play a little bit of everywhere, some outfield. She's really been the do-it-all player over the last 5 years here at Baylor.
Missed last year with an injury and has come back, determined to come back and play one more year here at Baylor. On to the third, Carly Godwin leads off. Godwin singled to left her first time up today. So 1 for 1 today, 4 for 7 on the weekend for Godwin. Pitch just outside. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Vocal crowd both ways. And there's ball 4 to Godwin, leadoff walk to start the third. Yesterday we had fun, some little fun play in the stands. Yeah, banter is right. It was the Oklahoma State fans, good-naturedly, and the Baylor fans led by the Baylor men's tennis team. They were the ones that were sort of, here's a bunt up the first baseline. Tanner to first. Ball gets away from Leah Cran. Godwin moves on to third base. So that bunt right down the line, and Tanner, see what Glenn Moore's gonna ask for here. Was she inside the baseline running?
You kind of wonder that, does the runner have an interference here with the play?
Oh yeah, she was inside. That's what that extra line is, outside the fair foul line for runners to run there. I think this one might be an out. Just looking at that replay, it looked like she was inside the baseline.
Asking for help.
Baylor's challenging interference by the battle runner at first base.
There too,
that play is under review.
You're right. It's such a hard thing for players to do too, but it looks like it wears off the back of her arm before it gets to the glove of Leah Cran.
And that's what that second base is there at first base. So you can run outside the baseline.
And the entire running lane right there too.
Right, right. So let's see if this one doesn't get overturned. Right now, safe at first base is the call. Nice bunt laid down by Rosie Davis.
It is so hard too, especially as you get close to it. But yeah, it definitely hits the runner. Leah Cran doesn't have a play to make right there.
Yeah. Tell you what, she was inside the baseline 90% of the way, right at the end there, right before she got to the bag. She did cross over into what you would call the running territory in foul ground. So let's see how the umpires see it. If it stands, be runners at first and third with nobody out. So take a look at it, our first review of the day. This Cowgirls team is really rolling here late in the season. They have won 5 consecutive Big 12 series, including this one. They've already taken the series by winning on Friday night and Saturday. Bears trying to get a game off of Oklahoma State if they could win today. But I would say a full head of steam for Kenny Gajewski and his Cowgirls.
They definitely have the momentum, and just, I think, you made the comment about momentum yesterday, but it just builds confidence. And so every time you step on the field after each win like that, especially when you've got Ruby Malin throwing the way she is, you just start to step and approach these games with a little bit more confidence. At this point in the season, that's really what you need, too.
Absolutely.
Where every game matters.
Right.
And
you want to be playing your best right now, and they are. Coach Gajewski, his 11th season as head coach there in Stillwater. They've been to the NCAA tournament every year, and they've made 5 Women's College World Series appearances. All right, here comes our umpires back out. We'll get the results of the review.
After further review, the ruling on the field is changed. Batter runner is out. Runner goes back to first.
You called it, J-Mo.
I think she was just inside the baseline.
Yep.
Pretty clearly.
I think Peyton Tanner knew that too. Kind of see that she makes the obstruction call, but I think she means like that's an interference for the runner. And you, immediately after she threw that, she made a great job coming up and fielding that ball in a perfect throw down to first.
So 1 down, Godwin has to go back to first base. She walked to reach. Here's Lexi McDonald to the plate. First pitch, ball 1 to McDonald, who flied out to, or actually singled to left her first time up. Cowgirls have stranded 2 base runners each of the first 2 at-bats today. Now they've got their leadoff batter on to start the 3rd. There's a called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike to McDonald. Hit hard, past second into right field. Holding at second is Carly Godwin. Lexi McDonald is 2 for 2 on the day, and the Cowgirls have 2 on again here in the 3rd inning.
Just a solid hit right here into right field. Gets on top of that ball. Base runner avoids that being hit.
She smoked that ball pretty well. 1 down, 2 aboard. Here's Amanda Hassler to the plate. Fly out to center field, her first time up. Thought it was an Amanda Hassler, a fan, wearing a cutoff old jersey, number 3. Then on the back of the jersey it says Shippey, so that's got to be Vanessa Shippey.
Yep.
Now Vanessa Shippey Fletcher. We'll find that guy and show him to you. Thought it was Mike Gundy at first.
It did look a little bit.
Catch my drift.
A little longer hair in the back.
Not much.
Not much.
Mike Gundy, 1-time assistant coach at Baylor. Great coaching career as head coach at Oklahoma State. Now Eric Morris, the new head coach, Oklahoma State football. 1-2 pitch, off speed, up high. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Godwin, the runner at second base. The official scoring on that Rosie Davis play was batter's interference. So that's the first out. Then the single by Lexi McDonald. That's where we stand. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Hassler at the plate with a 2-2 count. Hit hard. That is, did she touch the bag to get the force? Nope, fair ball, foul ball. Right on the line by Kagan Marshall. Like a heads-up play. I think she touched the bag, which would have been a force. Had it been fair, the throw across for the double play.
It's kind of funny as Coach Gajewski right there kind of was pointing for it to be fair, wanting it to be fair. It's like, I don't think you want that to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
That ends the inning.
That was heads up by Kagan Marshall.
Absolutely.
Even though it turns out to be a foul ball, I think clearly foul. No runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Cowgirls. No runs on 1 hit, no errors for Baylor. So Oklahoma State bats in the top of the 3rd. Pitch skips in, blocked by Abby Flores. Avery Waddell not available, has caught a ton of games for Baylor this year. In fact, surgery for her on her labrum coming up this week. And surgery for Carrington Dawson coming up this week also. It's ball 4 to Amanda Hassler, and the bases are loaded with 1 out in the 3rd inning. 2 of the 3 base runners have reached via the walk. Here's Tia Warsop at the plate. Pops the mitt, called strike 1. Warsop flied out to center field for the first out of the 2nd inning. That's her only previous plate appearance today. Pitch is high to even the count. Warsop at the plate, .333 average on the year. Pitch by Peyton Tanner. Called strike 2. Boy, how big would a strikeout for Peyton Tanner and the Bears be right here?
That would be big. Not as big as a nice double play. Maybe
That
a home to
double play.
first.
Here's the 1-2. In the air to left field. Samaya Jones goes back, and it's off her glove. 1 run scores. Here comes the 2nd. Throw comes in. Off the glove of Samaya Jones. Wind blown to left field. Produces 2 runs for the Cowgirls. Godwin and McDonald scoring for a 2-0 Oklahoma State lead.
Just a miss hit right there, but a deep fly ball to left field. You can just see the wind turning right there, causing Samaya Jones kind of bounce all over the place. Could not hold on to it, and that's really what Baylor needed, was at least 1 out in that.
It's going to get Glenn Moore out of the Baylor dugout to talk to, gets his entire team around him in the circle there. Bears fall behind 2-0. It's going to be an error charged to Samaya Jones in left field. That's probably the right call, but that's a tough error, as that ball was really just seemed to be, she just seemed to be circling it out there.
I think it hits off your glove. You kind of, looks like it tips off just the end of it. But, I mean, with Amanda Hassler at first base, she kind of goes back to first to tag on that, knowing it's deep left field, and Tia Warsop ends up with a single on that.
2 runs did score, 2-0 lead for Oklahoma State. Peyton Tanner will stay in the circle for Baylor. Here's Audrey Schneidmiller to the plate.
Oh,
there's our man. There he is with the throwback.
Don't let that number 3 fool you. It does say Shippy on the back.
It does.
Despite the missing sleeves, it does say Shippy on the back.
It also says party on the back there, too. Pitch up high to Schneidmiller.
And it was all business in the front.
All business. He's been here all weekend, too. He didn't just drop in on Sunday. We've seen him all weekend. Pitch up high. 2 balls and a strike to Schneidmiller. 2 runs home, still 2 aboard with 1 out. And that 1 out came on a batter's interference call. Here's a liner to third, the 2nd for the double play. Given another opportunity, Kagan Marshall starts the double play that gets the Bears out of the inning. Line drive to third, the presence of mind to throw to second. Double up the Cowgirls, who lead it 2-0. Coach Kenny Gajewski, his 11th season as head coach in Stillwater. Tremendous success in the NCAA tournament every year. 5 Women's College World Series appearances, and they may be headed there again. They have won 16 of their last 19 games here down the stretch. Right now sitting in 3rd in the Big 12 Conference. Their RPI is 16 as of today. So trying to stay in that top 16 to host NCAA regional action.
And if they can keep Ruby Malin healthy, they've got a good chance of going pretty far, too.
I would say. So great success under Kenny Gajewski. Fun to think about his background. It was a baseball background, played baseball at Oklahoma. Then got connected with his friend Tim Walton, coaching softball first at Florida, then gets the Oklahoma State job.
Did he take a break in there selling like field turf or?
That was, yes, yes. Yeah, not in coaching at all, you're right.
But Tim Walton is a lifelong friend of his.
As is Greg Bergeron, one of the assistant coaches. 2nd year at Oklahoma State. Vanessa Shippey Fletcher, Carrie Eberly Parker, 2 other assistants. Great careers as student athletes at Oklahoma State. Grounder to first off the bat of Kagan Marshall. She's retired 3 unassisted. First out here in the 3rd inning for the Bears, who trail 2-0, only 1 hit so far for Baylor. Here is Abby Flores to the plate. Flores 0 for 3 on the weekend. First pitch called strike 1 to Flores. Taken out of the game late yesterday, basically because she was getting beat up behind the plate, and they really need her to be as healthy as possible at catcher. But you know, Avery Waddell, Gianna Gussman came in and caught the end of the game yesterday.
Not only was it the ball off the wrist or the hand, the throwing hand, it was a couple foul balls off the armor too, but even then, you just think about the number of innings she's in the squat position too, with her being it back there.
Down to the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ruby Malin, the senior right-hander for Oklahoma State. Malin originally out of Omaha, Nebraska. Pitch. Low and away, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 hit for Baylor, the single by Samaya Jones in the 1st inning, and she was caught stealing. That ended that 1st inning. There's a liner to left. Warsop is there. Almost looked like that ball started to take off on her, didn't it?
It did. Not only the lefty spin off the bat, plus the little bit of wind out there too.
Warsop handles it well for out number 2 here in the 3rd. So despite the 1 single, Jones was caught stealing, so Malin has faced the minimum here as we reach 2 outs in the 3rd inning. 9-hole hitter Gianna Gussman to the plate. Tied at 3rd is Rosie Davis. First pitch strike 1 to Gussman, 0 for 5 this weekend against the Cowgirls.
I think you said that her grandmother's in appearance.
That's what Glenn said. Gussman's, yeah, grandma down along the fence behind the plate. Her mom, great career at Louisiana Lafayette. Her dad played football at Louisiana Lafayette also. So we're glad Gianna Gussman's a Bear.
Some California natives too.
Yeah.
I know what that's like, not always being able to be in attendance.
They may be tuned in right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch low and inside, evens the count. Malin, 1 strikeout, no walks so far through 2 2/3. But very much in control in the circle. So it's grounded to first, bobbled there by McDonald. She picks it up, taps the bag, and that is the inning. Malin has faced the minimum through 3 innings. Cowgirls lead it 2-0 over Baylor.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love it.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tacoma SR5 for $299 a month for 36 months. Offer ends March 31st.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, grab me one too.
Our word is our bond. So when we say we're on it, we're on it. Turning big dreams into bigger deeds. Doing the impossible and then doing it again. Because we live by the Cowboy Code. We stand together for what's right and for what's possible. Oklahoma State University. The code calls.
Back with us as we move to the 4th inning. Pleased to be joined by Baylor head coach Glenn Moore. Bears down 2-0 to this Cowgirl team that is really streaking here late in the year, but really speaks to the strength and depth of the Big 12, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And, you know, they're good every year. So this year's no different. And anytime you got a Ruby in the in the circle, you're going to play at a high level every aspect of your game. So she's good, and we've got to find a way to get more barrels on more balls. Get them to fall.
There you go. Not going to talk X's and O's with you, but I'm going to give you a chance if you want to recognize your seniors today on Senior Day.
Oh, yeah, I'm really proud of that group. They're, you know, we're a very young team, 18 freshmen and sophomores, so we've had to rely on their leadership. And, you know, you watch Amber, you watch any of the 3 play. They play with such passion. They come to practice with that same attitude and excitement, and it's going to benefit us down the road. They may not be able to enjoy that, but it's going to benefit us from their leadership this year. Very, very proud and blessed to be their coach.
Coach, thanks very much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate
Yep.
it. Glenn Moore, Baylor head coach in his 26th season here at Baylor. And I think he really spoke very well about those seniors, how much they mean to this year's team, but to the future also. So many young players.
I think a lot of times you kind of forget that too in a day and age where it's all about stats and performance, and they definitely have the seniors that put that up. But it's about what you do, showing up for practice every single day and helping not only this current team but the future and the legacy of your program.
It's Aubrey Jones, first pitch swinging, flies out to center field. So 1 down. Here is J.L. Austin to the plate. Austin shows bunt, pulls it back quickly.
I think it hit on her bat.
That's a foul ball. Yeah, no.
Check that. You could hear that.
Yeah, you could hear it. I didn't think there was any question that was going to be a foul ball.
She definitely didn't go on it. That's the right call down the line, but that ball hit off the bat.
Called strike.
I was going to say it hit off the bat or it hit off her, and I think if it hit off her, she'd probably be acting a little different.
That's true. So 1-1 the count from Peyton Tanner. This one's grounded to short. Tovin. Quick pick and throw to retire J.L. Austin without number 2. Quickly 2 down to start this 4th inning after the Cowgirls put 2 on the board in the 3rd. Stranded 1 last inning. They've stranded 5 so far today, so they've had some base runners. But a 2-0 lead for Oklahoma State as Claire Tim comes to the plate for the 3rd time this game. Fly out to left, pop out to shortstop. 0 for 2 for Claire Tim. 1 for 8 on the weekend. Called strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The senior from Buena Park, California. There's another Californian for you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Buena Park?
I bet she's been to Knott's Berry Farm a few times.
Oh.
Have you ever been to Knott's Berry Farm?
I have. Way, way, way back. Foul down the left field line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tim.
Not a lot of people have.
Is it still going?
I think it's still going.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, this was a long time ago. Pick skips in, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No, I haven't been in many years because I live in Texas now, but yeah, we've been a few times. It's a Peanuts-themed amusement park.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Liner gloved by Leah Cran. Flashing the leather at first base is Leah Cran for out number 3. Claire Tim retired on this hot shot liner to first base. Well done, Leah Cran. On to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Cowgirls. Pleased to be joined by Kenny Gajewski, the head coach at Oklahoma State. And, Coach, we appreciate you being with us. Let's look, regular season ends next week, Big 12 tournament, NCAAs. Do you think the Big 12 is well positioned to make some noise in the postseason this year?
I do. I think there's a lot of teams that can make some noise without a doubt, and feel like we're one of those teams. And it's a good league. It's getting better every year, and as more people invest in our game, it's been really good.
Coach, we kind of threw it to Coach Moore. Just it's his senior day, and giving you an opportunity if you want to say shout-outs to your seniors.
Oh, man, I've got a bunch of them here, and some kids, as you saw. It's a really – I think it's one of the greatest things about our game is we have Baylor's over here, and they give our kids a rose, orange rose. It's a great touch. It's why I like coming here to play, and great fans. And our seniors here, I can't say enough about what they've meant to this program, what they mean to this league. It's been a blast. I'm going to miss them, but that's all I want to talk about that. I don't want to think about the end at all, okay? So,
Sounds great.
So thank you.
We understand that. Thanks for the visit,
All right,
Coach.
guys.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you. All right, thanks.
Kenny Gajewski, head coach for Oklahoma State. Yeah, that senior group, you don't want to dwell on that until you have to.
Yeah.
Right? Because they hope to be playing a long time, led by those seniors, led by that lady in the circle there, Ruby Malin, senior right-hander for the Cowgirls. And she'll face Brooklyn Carter leading off the 4th. Those two were teammates at the University of Washington for 2 years. How about that?
Yeah. I was going to mention it first inning, but there was a lot happening to get the game going. So it is a neat little reunion here.
Malin.
Two seniors, very similar trips. You know, like we said, starting at Washington in the first freshman, sophomore year. now really making an impact for their teams now.
Absolutely. Fun to see them square off. Former teammates now going against each other. Carter flew out to center to start the game. One hit for the Bears, first time through the lineup. They trail Oklahoma State 2-0. Malin delivers. Tries to lay down a bunt, pushes it back foul. No balls, 2 strikes now on the speedy Brooklyn Carter. 2 for 7 on the weekend. Comes into today with a 15-game reached base streak. Really impressive. Really a spark plug at the top of the lineup.
And a spark on the bases, too, if she gets there. I mean, instant, almost instant stolen base. 23 on the year.
22 of 26. How about that? So she runs a lot, and she's very successful. So it's grounded to short. It'll be a close play. She is safe at first base. There's that speed we were talking about. Aubrey Jones did nothing wrong at shortstop. It was just the pure speed of Brooklyn Carter to beat out that infield grounder.
That should go in as an infield hit for sure. She kills that ball just coming down on it, and when it bounces that many times to get to shortstop, and you've got the speed of Brooklyn Carter, that's a hard out to make.
That'll be a 16-game reached base streak now for Brooklyn Carter. We'll see that speed, see how it plays out on the base paths. Samaya Jones at the plate. First pitch, strike 1 to Jones. Jones had the single, Baylor's only previous hit prior to that infield single by Carter, and then was caught stealing to end the first inning. Pitch, lays it down in front of the plate. The throw, safe at first base. Wow, speed to burn. First Carter, now Samaya Jones, and Baylor has 2 aboard without getting the ball out of the infield.
Just an incredible bunt right there. She drops that ball
State
dead.
is challenging a safe call at first base. Play is under review.
She's signaling safe as she crosses the bag. Well, that's really close.
It is very close.
They may appeal this one.
Well, if they do, they have a leg to stand on.
I think they do, judging by that first replay we saw.
Look at Samaya Jones trying to slow down there at the end. She was almost falling backwards. It does look like she's got it secured in the glove right there. She hasn't hit the base yet.
Yeah, that may be overturned.
It's a very much right there. Like if it's a squeeze in the glove, it can almost be a tie goes to the runner.
That's true. That's true. So it is being appealed by Coach Gajewski and Oklahoma State. See if that call stands and Baylor has 2 aboard, or if it might be the first out of this 4th inning. Cowgirls leading 2-0 over Baylor. We talked about the Big 12 in the postseason. I think Big 12 could make some noise. Texas Tech is they haven't clinched the league yet. Well, maybe they have. They're 18-2, and Arizona is 14-6. Yeah, so they've got a 4-game lead with 4 to play, I guess, counting today, right? And Baylor will be in Lubbock next weekend. So with a win today, Tech could clinch a tie for the championship. Arizona's in 2nd, Oklahoma State's in 3rd. Kansas a half game back of the Cowgirls. UCF in 5th, Baylor in 6th. And I tell you what, the spot for those final 3 spots in the Big 12 tournament, 6, 7, 8, will go down to next weekend. All right, here's the results of the review.
After further review, the ruling on the field has changed. The runner is out. Oklahoma State will change their challenge. They have 2 challenges for tonight.
All right, out at first base on review. It's okay if she signals safe, but make sure you're past the bag before you do that. Sprinters aren't doing that till they're past the tape. But it was really, really close. I think the right call to overturn that.
Yep. Just really heads up there by Coach Gajewski's dugout to challenge that. Much needed first out right here.
One down, Amber Tovin to the plate. Brooklyn Carter's at second base. Bears trail 2-0 to the Cowgirls, batting in the 4th inning. Maybe a pitch comm issue there. Going to bring an assistant coach, a couple of them out of the dugout for Oklahoma State. Check on that or swap it out. We're in the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th. Baylor a runner at second, trailing 2-0 to the Cowgirls. They scored both their runs in the 3rd inning. Cowgirls trying to sweep this series. Baylor looking for a win that would be their first win over a ranked opponent since they beat 7th-ranked Oklahoma State March 9th of 2024.
Wow.
So that's been a while.
Has been a while.
Yeah. A home win. They had a ranked win over UCF earlier this year, but looking for a win over a ranked opponent at home for the first time since then. All right, got things straightened out there, ready to go. Ruby Malin gets set to work against Amber Tovin. Here's the pitch, big swing and a miss, strike one. Tell you what, Malin is a big strikeout pitcher. We talked about those numbers, but only one strikeout by Baylor today. That was Faith Piper back in the 2nd inning.
You look at some of her recent wins, too. Baylor leading her 2-0 all Friday night. And, I mean, keeping it a close game here. Baylor's faring pretty well off of her.
One the count on Tovin. Inside, ball 2. Well, before that Friday night start, Ruby Malin got the win over Texas in Austin. First pitcher since 2021 to hold Texas to 2 hits at home in a complete game shutout in Austin. Pitch is low and away. Throw is high. Carter scrambles back to the bag at second base. That was with Aubrey Jones, the shortstop, coming over to cover third because Rosie Davis was crashing in from third toward the plate. Carter quick to get back safely to the bag. And a 3-1 count on Amber Tovin. That is ball 4. That's the first walk of the day given up by Ruby Malin. And Baylor has 2 aboard with 1 down, trailing 2-0. Here is Leah Cran to the plate. Cran the fly out to left field earlier today. 282 average on the year. Pitch by Malin. Misses inside, ball 1. So knowing how aggressive Glenn Moore and the Baylor coaches like to be on the base paths, what do you think they might do here with Brooklyn Carter, the lead runner?
I think Brooklyn Carter's been sitting there a little too long. So be surprised to see her in motion.
Pitch up high. It's 2-0 to Cran.
She's been doing some taunting over there, that's for sure.
Two on, 1 out. Bears half of the 4th inning. 2-0 count on Leah Cran.
Can't really do a whole lot with her when you have a left-handed hitter like Amber Tovin, but now that you got right-handed batter in the batter's box, you also don't want to take the bat out of Leah Cran's hand here. She's leads the team with extra base hits, one of the home run leaders on the team, right behind Kagan Marshall, and so she's got a good bat with some good opportunity right here. And with only 1 out and the speed of Brooklyn Carter, she really matters.
It's popped back. It'll find the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Leah Cran. Cran with 6 home runs on the season, second most on the team. 19 extra base hits are the most of any Baylor player. Cran at the plate. That is Brooklyn Carter at second base. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back again. .61 pitches now on the day for Ruby Malin. The other night, Friday night, complete game, 69 pitches.
Wow.
Which is hard to believe, averages less than 10 per inning.
I think I saw that game was played in 2 hours and 18 minutes.
I saw that.
Close.
That's a well-pitched game on both sides when it moves that quickly. Leah Cran staying alive, fouling pitches off. Two from Malin. This one's hit to short, backhanded, short throw to third. They get the force at third base. Short flip there by Aubrey Jones to Rosie Davis. That'll get Brooklyn Carter off the base pads, and that's out number 2 on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, really unfortunately. Good contact made by Leah Cran right there, but Aubrey Jones almost in perfect position for that ball and makes a great job going to her knees, keeping that ball in the infield, and unfortunately that's an easy play right in front of her.
Even at that, a really close play at third base. Faith Piper steps in now. 2 on, 2 down. Bears half of the 4th inning. Their most serious scoring threat of the day, trailing 2-0. Piper, a strikeout victim of Ruby Malin back in the 2nd inning. Pitch by Malin. That's high. It's a ball and a strike. Malin has the sign. Here's the pitch. That is low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tovin, the lead runner at second base. Leah Cran at first base. 2 down in the inning. Called strike 2 on Faith Piper. Here comes the 2-2 from Ruby Malin. That is a swinging strike 3. The throw down to first, and that is the inning. Bears strand a couple in the 4th inning. Through 4 complete. It remains Oklahoma State 2, Baylor nothing.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love it.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tacoma SR5 for $299 a month for 36 months. Offer ends March 31st.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, grab me one too.
Throw it way out. Bring in a run. We got a double. Big conference. Jayhawks, you call it at the 3rd. Great defensive. Jockey in the 2nd.
Making 12 up.
That base runner.
Well, we talked about the Big 12 standings. Here's how things stack up. Going into games today, Texas Tech is taking the first two from Arizona State. They're on top at 18-2. Arizona's taking the first two against Houston. They're second at 14-6. You know about Oklahoma State here in Waco. Kansas has taken 2 of 3 from Iowa State over the weekend. Actually helps Baylor, Iowa State closer to Baylor, to catching Baylor in the league standings. And then there are the Bears. There's Kansas and UCF and Baylor at 9 and 11. So a battle to the final weekend for the 8 spots in the Big 12 tournament in Oklahoma City. Right now, there's 5 teams within 2 games of each other for those 6th, 7th, and 8th spots. Baylor's one of those. Baylor, Utah, Arizona State, Iowa State, and BYU all still in the running to get one of those final 3 spots for the Big 12 tournament.
It's a big race right there.
That's a bunch. Makes things interesting right through the final weekend. Peyton Tanner still going strong in the circle for Baylor, the sophomore right-hander. Facing Carly Godwin leading off this 5th inning. Godwin into right field, a base hit. The throw to first, not in time. Carly Godwin has been on base all 3 plate appearances today. Now 2 singles and a walk.
Gosh.
And she scored 1 of the 2 runs.
Well, she was 2 for 3 yesterday with two of the 9 RBIs.
So on the weekend total now, she is 5 for 8 against Baylor. A couple of singles today and a walk and a run scored. Carly Godwin likes Getterman Stadium. Here is Rosie Davis to the plate. Last time up laid a bunt down and appeared to beat it out at first base. Throw hit off her shoulder, but batter's interference with the call. This one picked up by Marshall. She'll go to second to get the force of the lead runner. Kagan Marshall very heads up for a freshman in the infield. Her decision making and making that play to get the lead runner for the first out.
And for somebody new to that position as well, not only new to college softball, but she did not grow up playing that position.
That's a really good point. Yeah, you'd think some of those plays, they're sort of ingrained in you, you know, from those triple headers in the middle of the summer, playing third base. Not so much for Kagan Marshall. There's a liner out of the reach of Tovin into left field. Base hit off the bat of Lexi McDonald. She is 3 for 3 today.
Just a hard hit ball right here, going with that pitch, and Tovin does a great job of trying to lay out for it, just out of her reach.
5th hit on the afternoon for the Cowgirls. They've got 2 aboard with 1 out. There's that patented off-speed pitch from Peyton Tanner, strike 1 to Amanda Hassler. Hassler 0 for 1 with a walk today. Pitch outside, throw down. Nice close play. Good idea by Abby Flores. Faith Piper there to cover the second base bag. This one hit a long way, but foul down the left field line. Off the bat of Amanda Hassler. She said several balls a long way this weekend, hasn't she?
She really has. He is racking up those RBIs here in Getterman Stadium.
7 of them on the weekend. 3 for 7 total. This one into the stands.
7 RBIs and 13 runs scored. She's got over 50% of the RBIs.
That's right. She's got a double, a triple, and a home run this weekend. The home run, a grand slam. First inning yesterday.
Shooting an RBI single here. She's
Fans wearing number 3, got to like that. This one gets away from Abby Flores, goes into the Oklahoma State dugout. So it should limit the base runners to 1 base advance. That one on the ground, skipped off the shin guard of Abby Flores and ricocheted into the Cowgirls dugout. So Davis moves on to third, McDonald on to second. With one out here in the 5th inning. Cowgirls threatening to add to their 2-0 lead. Pitch by Tanner. Hit hard again, but foul. Two-two the count. Here's the pitch by Tanner. Fouled off the other direction. Amanda Hassler stays alive at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hassler being picky and aggressive here at the same time, waiting for a great pitch from Peyton Tanner. Something she can do something with.
It's a grounder to third. She's coming home with the throw. The tag is applied, and Davis is out at home plate. Another heads-up play by Kagan Marshall at third. Play in front of her. She comes home to Flores. They tag Rosie Davis out at the plate with the 2nd out here in the 5th inning.
Just another heads-up play by Kagan Marshall right there. Slow ground ball. Obviously, she can see the runner going in front of her, but making a perfect throw to home. And now you got a little 1st and 3rd situation here.
We have a pinch runner coming in at first base for the Cowgirls. Kenny Gajewski makes the change there. That is Macy Graff who will run at first base, with Tia Warsop to the plate. 1st and 3rd, 2 down for the Cowgirls. Peyton Tanner in the circle for Baylor, trying to keep it at a 2-run deficit here in the 5th inning. Pitch low and away. McDonald, the runner at third. Graff, the pinch runner at first base. Here's the pitch. Up high, runner is going. Throw goes to shortstop. Hedge your bets there. Throw to short. And if McDonald breaks, you come right back home with it. But a stolen base by the pinch runner, Macy Graff.
Oklahoma State being heads up, doing that on that off-speed pitch too, and really not giving Abby Flores a chance to really make a play either way. Giving a little break to her pitcher and maybe some words of encouragement. If you've seen Project Hail Mary yet.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, no.
It's pretty good. I recommend it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Highly recommended.
Words of encouragement.
Good. Terry and I need to go see that.
Yes.
It's a 3-1 count now on Tia Warsop. 91st pitch of the day just delivered by Peyton Tanner. This one fouled back. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. (3-2) with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That is low and away, ball 4. The bases are loaded. On the walk to Tia Warsop.
You definitely have the open base here, but that is going to bring up Audrey Schneidmiller. With 2 outs, Baylor needs their final out here.
Yeah, 2 down in the inning. Peyton Tanner trying to get out of this jam in the 5th. McDonald, the runner at third. Pinch runner Macy Graff, the runner at second. Tia Warsop, the runner at first. Schneidmiller takes first pitch, called strike one. Off speed, drops right in there for a called strike two.
Back-to-back off speed. Putting Peyton Tanner up in the count here, 0-2.
Here's the 0-2. That is outside. Couldn't get Schneidmiller to chase it. It's a ball and 2 strikes to her now with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the 5th inning. And this one is low. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Audrey Schneidmiller. Walked in the 2nd, lined out to 3rd in the 5th. Started that double play that got Baylor out of that 3rd inning. Pitch up high, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. So nowhere to put her. Bases are loaded. It's a full count to Schneidmiller. From 0-2 to 3-2. Big pitch here by Peyton Tanner. Swinging strike 3. Cowgirls leave the bases loaded. The strikeout by Peyton Tanner ends the 5th inning. On to the bottom of the 5th, still 2-0. Oklahoma State leads Baylor. We're at Getterman Stadium on this Sunday afternoon, home finale for the season. Looky there, we know those 3, more than 3 actually. That's Zach and Annie Johnigan, and that's sweet little Sadie Mae. And then right behind them is Brooks and Donna Johnigan, so that's great to see them. A couple of rows in front of them, Megan Diaz and Isaac and their kids. So fun day here at Getterman Stadium on this final home game of the 2026 season. Casey West, one of the seniors on senior day for the Bears, leads off the 5th. Bears trailing Ruby Malin in Oklahoma State 2-0. West a ground out to short, her first time up today. .296 batting average. Well, she's right on the line there. Senior year, she could get a hit here. Would that push her over 300 maybe for the season? There's a called strike. Question by West and Coach Glenn Moore. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch up high, ball 2. Pitch to West. Grounded to short. Strong throw across by Aubrey Jones. Retires Casey West. Out number 1 here in the 5th inning. Baylor no runs on 2 hits today, just 2 hits. The single by Samaya Jones in the 1st. Then the hustling infield single by Brooklyn Carter in the 4th. And that is it for Baylor. They did have a walk also in the 4th inning. Had their best opportunity to score. Came when they stranded 2 last inning. Kagan Marshall.
Yeah, you strand 2, but that's with the meat of your lineup too.
Right.
The most speed on base and the part of your lineup where you really want to be facing, and just could not produce.
This one is a fair ball down the line. Oh, no call. Boy, that one was, I thought it went over the bag is the way it looked from here, but a foul ball hit hard by Kagan Marshall. Let's take another look.
I think I'm with you on that, John. Getting a nice bounce right here, and it looks like it goes right over the base.
Lynn's trying to help signal fair, but can't sway third base umpire Chris Neighbors. So the 1-1 to Marshall, swinging strike 2. One out, nobody on. Bears half of the 5th inning. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on Kagan Marshall. 0 for 1 today. Malin delivers. It's fouled back. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talk about Malin and her impressive numbers on the season. Got to have more than 1 pitcher, don't you, when you get to postseason for sure. We saw Presley Downing, the freshman, yesterday. Saw Riley Crandall yesterday, the former Baylor pitcher. There's a swinging strike 3. Marshall goes down swinging, 3rd strikeout today by Ruby Malin.
Just gets her going on that drop ball. Despite some really great swings by Kagan Marshall in that at bat.
Brings up Abby Flores to the plate, lined out to left field. Her first and only appearance so far today. Baylor catcher Abby Flores, 0 for 4 on the weekend.
You talk about needing more than 1 pitcher, and you do. It certainly helps.
Fly ball to right, hold that thought. Claire Tim makes the catch, retires Baylor in order in the 5th inning. On to the 6th, 2-0 Cowgirls. 6th inning at Getterman Stadium. She's given up just the 2 runs, 6 hits against an Oklahoma State team that has plus 300 batting average, 312 coming into the game. So 5 innings, 6 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks or 2 strikeouts and 4 walks by Peyton Tanner. She's pitched very well again against a really good hitting lineup in Oklahoma State.
She really has, especially now that it's the 2nd day that they've seen her, and you're looking at 6+ at bats each as we head into the top of the 6th here.
Aubrey Jones leads off. Shortstop pops it up. Catcher Abby Flores is over, makes the grab in foul ground for out number 1.
And this Oklahoma State team has kept the same lineup all 3 games. So you know that they've seen her, Peyton Tanner, pitching all 7 innings on Friday night. And then now again today. She's done a really great job.
You see a pinch hitter coming up here for Kenny Gajewski. Comes in from the 3rd base coaching box. And he'll put Madison Hoffman in as a pinch hitter for J.L. Austin. With 1 down, nobody on in the 6th inning. Madison Hoffman to the plate. First pitch, strike 1. Tanner delivers, just misses outside. It's a ball and a strike to Hoffman. Madison Hoffman, a redshirt freshman from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Pitches away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
The freshman replacing one of the 2 freshmen in the lineup. As Coach Gasky said, a lot of seniors really making an impact on his team.
Called strike 2. Yeah, one of the obvious differences between these 2 teams this year. A lot of seniors, heavy upperclassmen for Oklahoma State. There's an off speed that just misses. Looked good, but it's called ball 3.
Counting 8 seniors just on their lineup right now.
Yeah. Baylor with 3 seniors, 18 freshmen and sophomores on the Baylor team. There's ball 4. For that previous pitch missed, that one outside. A 1-out walk to pinch hitter Madison Hoffman. She's aboard at first. Now a change at first base. And it is J.L. Austin who comes back in to run at first base after the pinch hit walk by Madison Hoffman. There's Austin now aboard at first base, and Claire Tim at the plate. Tim, leadoff hitter, 0 for 3 today, 1 for 9 on the weekend. Pitch by Tanner. Runners going, the throw, they got her at second base. Caught stealing is J.L. Austin. Gunned down by Abby Flores for the 2nd out.
Talk about pop time for Abby Flores right here. I mean, she held that pitch to get the strike and still made an incredible throw down. J.L. Austin is not a slow runner either.
Exactly.
But how about that tag by Amber Tovin, getting over there just in time to catch that throw.
2 down in the inning, bases clear. 2-1 count on Tim. Sends a fly ball to right field. Gussman's going back, circles, and makes the catch. And that is the inning. On to the bottom of the 6th. Baylor down by 2 to Oklahoma State. Ruby Malin still going in the circle for Oklahoma State. Not a surprise. The senior right-hander with 16 complete games on the year. Here's her line to this point through 5 innings. Only 2 hits allowed. No runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts for Malin. Looking for her 23rd win of the season if she can hold on. Baylor trying to dent the scoreboard here in the last couple of at-bats. They'll begin the 6th inning with Ella Brown pinch hitting, batting for Gianna Gussman.
Ella Brown making 1 appearance this year, 1 at-bat. She's got a double and an RBI on that at-bat. Just a walk-on freshman. Had a chance late in the game against, I think it was UTA. Had the walk-off double, but it was because of a run roll. But still, just her 2nd at-bat on the season here.
How about that? First pitch swinging. Oh, that's got some spin on it. It gets away from Malin, and Ella Brown is safe at first base. How about that? That ball was spinning like a top, wasn't it?
Oh, it really was. She totally mishit that ball. You can see just the ball coming off the end of the bat here. That outside pitch. But yeah, it kicked and kicked again off of the glove. She's got to feel good about that.
So Ella Brown pinch hits and gets the, it is a single. It's not an error. 3rd hit of the day for Baylor. The infield single. Here comes Brooklyn Carter to the plate. So in potentially their next to last opportunity here in the 6th inning. There's get to the top of the order in Brooklyn Carter. 1 for 2 on the day.
It is Gussman that re-enters in as a runner over there, so she's got some speed and experience at first base for her.
Swings away. That's gloved by the second baseman. Throw to second. Oh, they got her. Very close play at second base. Baylor's deciding whether to challenge that one, and they will. They'll ask for a review of that bang, bang play at second base.
Challenge now, call it second base. Play is under review.
She was there. I just wonder if the slide front foot, she gets down but doesn't get the front foot down. She does a great job of avoiding the tag in the line right here. You see she's base running, having to make the throw over there.
Boy, I think you're right. I think that lead foot, that right foot, was up in the air. I think that call's going to stand. We'll see. Good use of the review here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's late in the game and you have it. It is a huge impact in the game right here. Whether you've got runners at first and second with no outs or runner at first with 1. I mean, speed-wise, she should be there. Yeah, there's the ball and glove, and you can see the front foot just not down in time.
That is really good camera work, and I think it will show that she is out and the call will stand, but we'll wait and see how the umpires see it. We're in the 6th inning. Oklahoma State leads Baylor 2-0. A 4-2 Cowgirls win on Friday night. The game Baylor led 2-0 going to the 7th. 4 in the 7th, won it for Oklahoma State. Then a 9-1 win yesterday.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. Runners out. That is Baylor's first challenge. They have 1 remaining.
So the call stands. Gussman out at second base. First out here in the 6th inning. On the fielder's choice, Brooklyn Carter is on base at first.
And they do not only stand, they confirm that call. So they must see what we see.
Yep. Here's Samaya Jones. Oh, actually 1 for 2 on the day is Samaya Jones. Carter goes halfway, stops. Then when the ball pops out of Schneidmiller's glove, she goes on to second without drawing a throw.
I tell you, Brooklyn Carter's been stuck in the middle so many times, but yet still finds a way to get herself out of a situation.
So give her a stolen base. Brooklyn Carter now in scoring position at second. Here's a hot shot into left field. Carter around third. She's coming home. The throw is way late. RBI single by Samaya Jones. And Baylor is on the board. Now a 2-1 Cowgirls lead in the 6th inning.
Well, you just exchanged speed for speed there at second base. Now with Samaya Jones reaching second on the throw. But man, just digs her heels in there and turns on this inside pitch. Jones, or Brooklyn Carter looking over at the ball and saying, okay, I'll go. Hadn't even touched third base yet.
And scored rather easily.
Yes.
So there's that speed again. 2-1 game now. Cowgirls lead cut in half. Here's Amber Tovin in foul ground down the left field line. The left fielder, Tia Warsop, runs into the fence.
Trying to make this play too. Samaya Jones goes back to second base to tag, and there is a huge portion of that wall right there that is not padded.
Right.
It is a solid brick wall too.
Well, she appears to be okay. She'll stay in the game. Really was out of our view down the left field line. Maybe we can get another look at it. But a great effort by Tia Warsop from left field.
This is the angle that we see too.
Right.
Looks like she's almost making that grab right there.
Great effort. New life for Amber Tovin. 0-1 count on her. Potential tying run at second base here in the 6th inning.
For the senior RBI leader. You talk about one of your last at-bats in your home stadium.
On senior day, yeah. Tovin 0 for 1 with a walk today.
Not to put any pressure on you, Amber Tovin.
This is your time. 1-1 up high, ball 2. Samaya Jones dances off second base.
Well, her speed, she's looking for any chance to touch home plate here too. If Amber Tovin gets something behind her, or deep in the outfield again.
Hits it hard but foul down the right field line off the bat of Amber Tovin. As Kelly said, Baylor's RBI leader on the year. Looking for what would be a big RBI here in the 6th inning against 17th ranked Oklahoma State. Ruby Malin delivers. Chop foul again by Tovin.
Tovin, the California native, you know she's got some fans in attendance today, being senior day. They'd love to see one of these live.
Here comes the 2-2. That is up high, ball 3 to Tovin. Making Ruby Malin work here in the 6th inning. A run home for the Bears. Samaya Jones, the RBI single that scored Brooklyn Carter to make it a 2-1 game. Cowgirls lead cut to 1. Here's the 3-2. This one's hit to short, gloved. Oh, to second base for the double play. Outstanding defensive play by Aubrey Jones. The shortstop jumped high to make the catch. Through to Godwin to double up Samaya Jones at second base and get out of the inning. Bears a run in the 6th. Now 2-1 Cowgirls. 2-1, Oklahoma State leads Baylor as we go to the 7th inning here at Getterman Stadium. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors by the 17th ranked Cowgirls. RPI number 16 in the nation. Baylor 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. That 1 run last half inning by Baylor that ended with a double play. Baylor's RPI is 41 beginning play today. So here we go to the 7th. Peyton Tanner, 111 pitches, goes back out for the 7th. Facing 2, 3, and 4 in that Cowgirls lineup. Carly Godwin leads off. She is 2 for 2 today with a walk. She's been on base all 3 times. Pitch by Tanner, misses inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
I feel like you've said that last statement multiple times with multiple Oklahoma State batters here.
Definitely for Godwin, definitely for Lexi McDonald, who has 3 hits.
Hassler?
Hassler not today,
okay.
Just a walk today. Between Godwin at the plate now and McDonald, that's 5 of their 6 hits total this afternoon. And there's ball 4. Godwin on base for the 4th straight time today. 2 singles, 2 walks for Carly Godwin. 6th walk of the day given up by Peyton Tanner. You see the pitch count there, 115 on the day. Here is Rosie Davis to the plate. 0 for 3 on the afternoon. It includes a batter's interference ground out by Rosie Davis back in the 3rd inning. Shows bunt here, has Baylor charging on both corners. It's a ball and a strike to Davis. Two to 1, Oklahoma State leads Baylor. Pitch by Tanner. Grounded wide of 3rd, foul. By Kagan Marshall and Kenny Gajewski down there. What did he tell us before the interview? What did he say right before we came back on the air? Oh, he had somebody here for a Baylor camp this summer. His daughter was here for a camp. This one's fair down the left field line. Yes. Held to a single is Rosie Davis, but the first 2 reach for Oklahoma State in the 7th inning.
See just how she goes down for this ball, but see how close this play is. Just over the base there.
Clearly a fair ball.
But yeah, you're right. Coach Gajewski said his daughter's travel team was here
yeah.
for a camp last summer. He goes, it was a little awkward sitting in the stands.
That's funny. Yeah, about Glenn looks up in the stands. There's Kenny Gajewski sitting up there.
It's like, are you scouting my recruits too?
Right. In camp in the middle of the summer. Here's Lexi McDonald. She's 3 for 3 on the day. A run scored in that 2-run 3rd. This one eludes a diving Amber Tovin in shallow left field. Lexi McDonald is 4 for 4 on the afternoon, and this single loads the bases in the 7th inning with nobody out.
Brings to bat the dangerous Amanda Hassler.
Who's been held in check for the most part today, but a huge weekend overall for Amanda Hassler. Coach Gajewski's going to come down, talk to home plate umpire Carlos Guzman. See if he makes a change, a pinch runner maybe.
It's a substitution of some sort. He was pointing to first base. So looks like it may be a few people.
So McDonald is going to leave first base. And it looks like it brings Kaya Booker in to run at first base. Does that look like Kaya Booker to you?
Does look like Kaya Booker.
I think it does.
99.
Yeah. So Booker running at first base for Oklahoma State. Booker, the redshirt freshman from Alpharetta, Georgia, the transfer from Georgia Tech.
Can you name a Baylor player from Alpharetta, Georgia?
Ooh. Back in my mind, I remember there was one. Couldn't tell you who it is.
Tessa Lynam.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That's going back a few days.
Thank you. That would be my era.
No offense.
John.
No offense.
Yes.
So here is Hassler. Popped up, shallow left. The shortstop, Amber Tovin, goes back and makes the catch, and all runners will have to hold. So that is a big first out here in the 7th inning. Jensen Vienne is in defensively for Baylor in left field. So Vienne in left. That catch was made by shortstop Amber Tovin. Tia Warsop to the plate. One down, bases loaded, 7th inning, 1-run game. Cowgirls trying to add to their lead. Grounder to second, hops up on Piper, and she won't have a play. Thought about home, looked to first, didn't have a play either way. That ball sort of hopped up on her right at the last minute. All hands are safe. And the Cowgirls do pad their lead, now 3-1 Oklahoma State.
Well, and Leah Cran crashes over too, and when she does so, leaving first base wide open so that you can't even get the instant out. That's really what you need right there is a double play with a ground ball like that, but couldn't get one.
It's going to be an infield single for Tia Warsop. RBI single, 3-1. Cowgirls lead it now. Bases still loaded. Still just one out. Audrey Schneidmiller, the next scheduled hitter for the Cowgirls.
I'm guessing with her delay out there, that will be the change that Coach Gajewski just made. I think at this point, if you are a reserve player for Oklahoma State, you better get your helmet ready.
Yeah. Well, he did this at the end of the game last night with a big lead. Now he's getting some bench players like Montgomery Henderson at bats here in the 7th inning. First pitch to Henderson is up high, ball one. Pitch number 125 on the day by Peyton Tanner.
Just doing the best she can for this Baylor team.
Liner into center field, base hit. Carter will throw to third. 1 run scores. So hard hit, only 1 run scores on that single to the outfield. But an RBI single off the bat of Montgomery Henderson. Now a 4-1 lead for the Cowgirls. 2 runs home here in the 7th.
They're really needing an out right here, and it's not coming easily for them. You can just see the great piece of hitting right there by the pinch hitter.
Brings up Aubrey Jones, the shortstop for the Cowgirls. Kaya Booker, the pinch runner. She's at third. Tia Warsop at second. Montgomery Henderson just pinch hit and delivered the RBI single to center field. Cowgirls had not scored since those 2 in the 3rd. Now they add 2 more here in the 7th. Bases are loaded, still just 1 out in this 7th inning. Pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jones, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. 2 for 8 on the weekend for Aubrey Jones. Pitch by Tanner to short. Gets past Tovin. It'll go all the way to the wall. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run double off the bat of Aubrey Jones. And the Cowgirls have put 4 on the board in the 7th inning for a 6-1 lead.
Man, you could just see how hard that ball was hit. Tobin just kind of sits back and is like, if it hits in my glove, then great. But Jones does that on that off-speed pitch. You can see just very little movement coming in on that ball, and I think it's safe to say the Cowgirls have figured Peyton Tanner out at this point.
129 pitches, and that will be the day for Peyton Tanner. 4 runs home in the inning. Sadie Ross out of the bullpen. We'll be right back. Peyton Tanner, she gives way to Sadie Ross here with 1 out in the 7th inning. There's down now 6-1 to Oklahoma State. Sadie Ross comes out of the bullpen. She's a sophomore right-hander from Carr, Colorado. She did pitch and pitched well in the game last night, or yesterday afternoon.
Came in relief.
3 2/3 innings in that game yesterday. Gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. All of those earned. So Sadie Ross charged with stopping the bleeding here and trying to get the final 2 outs in this 7th inning. Cowgirls J.L. Austin, first one to face Sadie Ross. Fouls it back, probably off of Abby Flores. And it's a 1-1 count on J.L. Austin. Flores back into the crouch. It's a 1-1 count on Austin. The pitch. Off speed up high from Sadie Ross. Ross on the season, a 6-2 record. 1 save to go along with it. 1 complete game. 21st appearance of the year for Ross. All but 3 of those in relief. 3.99 ERA.
I think that goes back to your question earlier about your having more than 1 pitcher. It's definitely what Baylor is kind of facing right here. Peyton Tanner stepping in, doing a great job as she can, but you just can't carry the weight of the load. And you look at the hindsight of that on Ruby Malin, she's doing a great job. And there's been teams that have had pitchers go the distance and win the whole thing. You look at Naija Kennedy and the way she made an impact for Texas Tech last year going to the championship game. And it's definitely possible, but when you have somebody that can at least hold the game and help, you know, give your offense a chance to score some runs, I think that's where it really makes a difference.
9th batter to hit this inning for the Cowgirls is leadoff hitter Claire Tim to the plate. Yeah, sometimes you just need to change things up. You need a different delivery, a different arsenal.
Especially the way softball is now with super regionals, and you have a best-of-3 series, and then your national championship game is a best-of-3 series now, and it really helps to have more than 1 pitcher in those instances. I think where in the past, some of you look like a Jenny Finch that is just on a Cat Osterman. There's not a whole lot of other pitching behind her, but you're able to look at their workload and help them out offensively. I mean, even now, Texas Tech has in that Carlin Pickens at Tennessee. Like, there's a lot of good pitchers, but then you have like a Texas where you have help for Tegan Kavan there. And you've got, Sitlali Gutierrez. And then you've got some other people, other arsenals. You just, there's not one right answer for that. But good pitching definitely helps. Whether it's one or multiple,
Yeah,
I think
right.
it definitely helps.
Well, Ruby Malin is a terrific #1 for sure for Oklahoma State.
And when just coming alive at the right part of her season, saw the statistic earlier, the start of her season compared to now, it was 16 complete games. And
here's a liner into center field off the bat of Tim. Henderson will score. Jones will score. Throw gets away at the plate. Moving on to third is J.L. Austin. So a 2-run double off the bat, maybe a single, and moving to second on the throw to the plate. But it's an 8-1 lead for the Cowgirls now. They have really blown it open with a 6-run 7th inning.
Well, Tim just sitting back right there and punching it into the outfield. And a great throw by Brooklyn Carter. Looks like one hops up at the plate and almost looked like Gabby Flores wasn't ready for that ball. Didn't think that runner was coming around.
So may have another pitching change coming here for Baylor. Sadie Ross looks like will pitch to 2 batters. And maybe give way to Lexi Warnicki. 8-1, Cowgirls lead it. It was 2-1, Oklahoma State going to the 7th inning. And Sadie Ross will hand the ball to Lexi Warnicki. Pitching change for the Bears, 7th inning. Back in a moment. This is Lexi Warnicki into the circle for the Bears, the junior right-hander out of East Bernard High School, East Bernard, Texas. She'll take over for Sadie Ross. Still need 2 outs in this top of the 7th inning. A 6-run 7th by the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. They lead it 8-1. Kelly, we saw Lexi Warnicki. The start in the game yesterday went 2 innings against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, she definitely got the start. Held a lot of these hitters for a while, and they're just such a good offense that you finally kind of catch on. And so hopefully she's got enough right here to kind of sit down, get the last 2 outs, and give Baylor a chance at the bottom of the inning.
Here's Carly Godwin to the plate. 2 aboard, 1 out. Godwin has not been retired today by Baylor pitchers. She's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, also a couple of walks. She's the one that led off this 7th inning. So the Cowgirls have batted around here in the 7th. Now a 2-0 count on Godwin. Called strike. Godwin, I don't want the weekend to get by without us mentioning she is from Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina.
You've just been waiting to say that.
I didn't want to miss the opportunity. This one to right field. It is a foul ball off the bat of Carly Godwin. Lake Waccamaw.
Have you ever been to Lake Waccamaw?
Not even, well, I don't know. Maybe close. I haven't been there.
I'm not as familiar with my North Carolina geography.
I know. You're the California girl.
You're closer over there with Kentucky.
Pitch fouled back. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Godwin. Trying to add to the whack-a-ball here in the 7th inning for Oklahoma State.
Oh, John.
6 runs home for the Cowgirls. Pops it up, should be playable. And foul ground, Leah Cran is there, makes the catch, and that is out number 2 in the top of the 7th.
That's a big out right there. Something Baylor's really needing. Wanting to get out of this inning and put an end to the onslaught that Oklahoma State has brought in the top of this inning.
Brings up Rosie Davis with 2 on, 2 out in the 7th. Pitch fouled right back. Net protects Steve Campbell, who's seated right there. Although Steve, with those cat-quick reflexes, had the defense not been there, he'd made the catch.
We would show him to you, but he's wearing camo. You just can't see him.
You can't see him. Warnicki pops the mitt, called strike 2. So a strike away from getting out of this 7th inning, a 6-run 7th by Oklahoma State. This one into shallow right field, coming on to make the catch, and Gussman has the grab for the 3rd out of the 7th inning. But a big 6-run 7th for the Cowgirls. They lead Baylor 8-1 going to the bottom of the 7th. On to the bottom of the 7th here at Getterman Stadium. This is our final broadcast of Baylor softball from Getterman Stadium. So shout out to our crew that's here today. Look at that great group. They're out in all kinds of weather and just do a great job. Some of those replays we showed today were spot on. So thanks to our entire crew that is out here, those that are in the control room at McLean Stadium. Kyle, pop up that shot. Oh, you don't have that shot from the control room. All right, no problem. But Kelly, they make our job so much better, and we appreciate the crew that is here and in the control room.
Absolutely. Without them, you would just be sitting next to me in the stands, and I'd be talking your ear off. So a very limited number around us.
That's funny. So good job by our crew all today and all season long.
But what a great opportunity for these players, too, to be able to, you know, I grew up in California. My parents might have been able to watch a handful of games that they just weren't able to come to Waco often. So we had to be playing close, or, you know, it was senior day. So I know that there are parents and fans appreciative of our camera crew, able to watch some of these games from afar.
Yeah, opens up every game, really, to watch either live or archived. And do it in a first-class manner also. Puts Baylor and Oklahoma State and the Big 12 in a very positive light with the quality of the production. So well done by everybody. Leah Cran leads off the 7th for the Bears, now trailing 8-1. Surprise, Ruby Malin is on for the 7th inning. Looking for her 17th complete game of the season.
And as this season comes to an end too, you're gonna be able to watch some really good softball coming up. Just the next couple weeks is the Big 12 tournament.
Fly ball to center field by Cran. J.L. Austin is there, makes the catch for out number 1.
And you'll soon have regionals, super regionals, a best-of-3 national championship game.
On the ESPN family of networks, ESPN, they've got a huge commitment to college softball, don't they?
Really do. I appreciate it. I think it's really a testament to how much the game has grown because of that. How many kids get to see. You don't have to go out to the stadium to watch great softball. You get to watch it from your living room. Gives you something to look forward to.
This is Faith Piper for the Bears, 0 for 2 today. Couple of strikeouts against Ruby Malin. First pitch, strike 1. That one just high. It's a ball and a strike to Faith Piper. 1 down, bottom of the 7th inning. Cowgirls blew it open with a 6-run top of the 7th. It was a 2-1 game going to the 7th. In some ways similar to Friday night when Baylor had a 2-0 lead going to the 7th. This one backhanded by the shortstop Jones, and the throw in time to get Piper at first base.
What a great backhand, a big throw all the way across the field. Aubrey Jones stepping up big time with this play.
So 2 down in the inning, bottom of the 7th inning. Baylor down to their final out. Casey West steps in. Casey's been in the lineup all day as the designated player. One of the 3 Baylor seniors that will be recognized and honored following the game today. She and Brooklyn Carter and Amber Tovin. Casey West, her 122nd start of her Baylor career.
Wow.
It's a lot of games.
A lot of games.
It's a grounder to second. Picked up by Godwin on to first. The throw gets past McDonald, and West is aboard at first base.
You love that for the senior right there. Unconventional, probably not what she would have scripted for her final at bat at Getterman Stadium, but she's happy to be on base.
First error of the day by Oklahoma State. West at first. Here is Kagan Marshall to the plate.
Looks like they're gonna let
pinch runner
Gigi Lindsay run for her.
So West to the dugout, to the applause of the fans here on Senior Day, and Gigi Lindsay running at first base. Gigi from Smithdale, Mississippi. We know it well.
Shout out to the Rodas family, relatives of Coach Moore, probably listening in today.
Kagan Marshall now, last chance for the Bears in this 7th inning. 0 for 2, Bears down to their final out, trailing 8-1. Ruby Malin delivers. And that misses ball 1. Cowgirls going to win for the 17th time in their last 20 games. How about that? So they are rolling here late in the season. Get their 34th win of the year. They'll stay in 3rd place in the Big 12 standings. Go home to play Tulsa on Tuesday and Kansas to close the regular season next weekend. Called strike 2 on Marshall. Bears headed to Lubbock to play Texas Tech. 3 games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week to close the regular season.
You gonna make the trip, J-Mo?
I don't think so. No, don't think so. Pitch up high, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kagan Marshall. Home season for Baylor, which saw the 500th win in Getterman Stadium history. It's a milestone. You were a part of a bunch of those.
A bunch of those.
Yeah.
Was able to bring the first regional here to Getterman Stadium, 2004.
Ah, very nice. Great memory. 2-2 the count on Kagan Marshall with 2 down in the 7th. The pitch by Malin. Just low, ball 3.
That was a close pitch to be watching.
Exactly.
A full count and 2 outs down to your final out.
Here's the 3-2. This one is looped to shortstop and over the head of the shortstop, Jones. And a base hit by Kagan Marshall extends the 7th inning. So Casey West reaches on an error. Now a bloop single by Kagan Marshall. And here is Abby Flores to the plate with Gigi Lindsay running at second base. Abby Flores 0 for 2 today. A line out to left field and a fly out to right field. Two aboard, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Oklahoma State leads it 8-1 over Baylor. Here's with the loss, will drop to 27-23 if this score holds. They'll drop to 9-12 in Big 12 play. Pitch fouled back. Just checking, depending on how Arizona State does today against Texas Tech, they could move into a tie with Baylor for 6th. Utah has already, Utah actually won 2 of 3 from BYU, but their series ended yesterday. So Baylor could very well stay in 6th place, even with the loss today. Could be in a tie for 6th if this score holds and Oklahoma State wins. 1-1 the count on Flores. Kenny Gajewski out of the Oklahoma State dugout. Talked to home plate umpire Carlos Guzman. I don't think he's taking Ruby Malin out, do you? With 2 outs in the inning, a 7-run lead?
I don't think so. But what else could he be doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Questioning part of the lineup?
Maybe.
Sure.
Flores at the plate with a 1-1 count on her. Now Carlos Guzman goes over to the Baylor dugout, talks to Brittany Newman over there.
He was pointing to left field. I can't quite see if that is Tia Warsop out there.
Can't really tell from here. But it's a 1-1 count on Abby Flores. Malin delivers. Right back off her glove. It'll bounce to the shortstop, and they got her at first base. So score at 1-6-3, and that's how this game ends today. The Cowgirls sweep Baylor in Waco. 8-1 the final in this series finale on Sunday. Hang on, hang on. Coach Moore's going to challenge that play.
Baylor's challenge now call at first base. Players under review.
I guess that is your last-ditch effort right there.
You got a challenge in your back pocket. Let's use it.
It's a great piece of hitting right there by Abby Flores. Finally swings the bat well. Ruby Malin gets a hand up there, and how about Aubrey Jones? Ooh.
He may have a point.
Yeah.
This will be a good look at it.
It is really hard to tell when that ball's in the glove there. I mean, it looks like it is right there, but as a true tie goes to the runner.
Yeah.
Is that foot touching the base? It sure looks like it.
Really close.
That look right there does not show it. It shows an out, but man.
Megan Diaz in the first base coaching box trying to help with the safe call. So hold everything. A review before this game either continues or is put in the record books. But you're right, that was a shot off the bat of Abby Flores. Bounced off the glove of the pitcher, Ruby Malin.
And you hope it's just the glove, too. I mean, that ball came off so hard. You hope it wasn't the wrist or.
Yeah.
She's not really showing like anything's hurting.
Well, and Malin, one of those pitchers that pitches without a mask. All right, here come our umpires. Back out. Escorted by Chris
After further
Fritz.
review,
Well
the
done
call
by
on the
Chris.
field is confirmed. The runner is out.
So the call stands out at first base, and that is the ball game. Oklahoma State wins it over Baylor. 8-1 the final score. A big 6-run 7th inning. The difference for the Cowgirls. And they take all 3 from Baylor here in Waco this weekend.
Well, you saw a little bit of everything for the Cowgirls. You see some great pitching from the circle. You saw the long ball yesterday. And today you just see some stringing some hits together and able to score a run, especially late in the game. They are primed for the future here, and Baylor's needing to bounce back and give themselves a chance to extend their season.
So a week to go in the regular season. The Cowgirls home to host Tulsa, then Kansas. Baylor headed to Lubbock, a 3-game series against Texas Tech this weekend. But it's all Oklahoma State this weekend. Baylor does have some good signs with this young team, 18 players, either freshmen or sophomores. But Oklahoma State comes away with the 3-game series sweep of the Bears.
And just a big shout out to the seniors who took the field today for Baylor. Last time here at Getterman Stadium, Amber Tovin, Casey West, Brooklyn Carter, and just the contribution that they've made to this Baylor squad.
They'll be recognized. Ceremony's about to take place on the field. We appreciate your being with us today and all season long. For Kelly Harrell and our entire crew, I'm John Morris. Oklahoma State beats Baylor 8-1 to sweep the series. Thanks for watching the Big 12 on ESPN.